Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to introduce West.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Win-Jeunesse Women's Empowerment Masterclass. And I have with me some extraordinary women, but I also want to congratulate all of the women around the world who are watching us right now. So super fans, thank you so much. Are you ready? And call and make sure you're texting people that they're watching live, because there's something about watching a production live that just really gets to your heart and your mind and your spirit, and we want to inspire people everywhere. So I want to bring out, I think most of you know who this next participant is. She's a diamond director from Dallas, Texas. Please welcome Stephanie Nichols.
Hello, Miss Lucy. Good morning, everybody.
And I'm so glad we got you up this early in the morning, Stephanie. Really appreciate it.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Thank you, Lucy.
So for all of you women that are not early risers, she can relate. Our next woman, she's extraordinary, creative, talented, figured out a binary in less than a month, which I really take my hat off to. So please welcome our Emerald Director, Jessica Alleman. Jessica, welcome.
Good morning, everybody.
And you can tell that she's tremendously stylish. That hairstyle. I mean, Stephanie and I are backstage just talking about it all the time, going like, "We love your hair."
Thank you.
Someday.
And I have two virtual participants with me as well. And I have from Brazil, I have Elena Violini. So welcome to our Women's Empowerment Masterclass.
Hello, good morning, Miss Lucy. Good morning, Win-Jeunesse family. Bom dia, Brasil.
So for all of you women who are from Brazil, I can see the flag already. Lots of cheering going on for you. And then I have from Colombia, Latin America, Diana Ponti. Bienvenido, Diana.
Gracias, Lucy. Muy buenos días a todos. ¿Cómo están?
She goes, thank you so much, everybody. How is everybody? So I'm going to take my seat here and start, because I think that you're all anxious to hear the information that these ladies have to share. So I'm going to start with the two that are here live with me in the Orlando Convention Center. So what words have you got for new women who are just starting their business? What do you recommend that they do to get their Win-Jeunesse business started?
Well, it's always better when you have a partner. A partner. Everybody wants a partner in crime, a partner in business, a partner in life. And so for me, it was all about grabbing a partner and running with somebody, because you're accountable to that person. It's just easier to do, and it's much more fun. And I'd love to have a good time. You guys know that. And so, and make it fun and make it exciting and fun, and grab a partner and just do the basics. It's you don't have to. It's not a sprint. Everybody's, I've got to get to diamond in 90 days or what. It's not going to happen. And so just do it brick by brick and understand things and just understand it's a process, and just take your time.
Well, you sure do make it fun.
I hope so.
I guess you can start with partners, but you can also build them along the way, right?
Absolutely. Just find a running buddy, and somebody that you can do life with and do business with.
Thank you for being my running buddy.
This is my running buddy, and we have a good time. So find Jessica.
So Jessica, what do you have to add to that for women who are starting their business? Because I know that you're an incredible people person, but at the same time, you're really smart at making this a business as well. So what advice do you have for all of our global women?
Well, I guess what I would say is since I've been in network marketing, it's been like 12 years now, but when I really started this thing, you guys, I took this very seriously. I built it like a business. I was a hairdresser before that, but women, you guys hustle in anything you do, whether it's your kids or your businesses or your life and like keeping the household together. If you'll take this thing as seriously as you take any of those things, you can do this in a big way pretty fast.
I think what you say there is so true. One of the skills that you do have as a mother, or as a mother of two dogs, however you want to put this, is you have to learn to multitask. I mean, and I know that there's a lot of dads that do that too, but it's one of the skills that we see women being amazingly great at, is being able to multitask. And that is a plus in a multi-level marketing business.
Well, the other thing that women are really good at too, and why they're so successful, especially with Jeunesse. I think Jeunesse has the most successful women. I'll put it out there than any, because most network marketing companies is very male dominated, very male driven. But with the success that Jeunesse has, there's a lot of women and a lot of first time women that have never done this business and this type of industry. And it's amazing. A lot of diamonds that I meet, and I hear their stories that they've never done network marketing before. So hats off to Jeunesse for creating the environment for women to thrive. But as women, we're very good listeners and we're very good nurturers. And I think that's why we have the success we have here, because this business is a lot about listening too. And everybody thinks it's talking. It's not. It's listening.
It is. It has a lot to do with listening. But I have a question for all of the women who are watching too. Like when I'm flipping through magazines or I'm looking online at other network marketing companies and I see like 5 men, and I'm always looking to see if there's a woman in the picture. Is anyone else looking too?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I look for. Right. So I'm going to go to Colombia right now. Diana is a new mom. So she actually started this business, and then about a month ago, she has a precious baby girl, right? And so now her whole life is turned upside down, but she's continuing to run the business. So Diana, a ver si puedes compartir con toda la gente más o menos la cambio cuando tienes tu hija chiquitita, la nueva de hace un mes, y cómo se ha cambiado la vida y qué mensaje tienes para otras mujeres que tienen niños pequeños en casa también.
Bueno, primero que
Olha, a primeira coisa é
Well,
que
first, thank you very
a primeira
much.
coisa, muito
I
obrigada.
have a baby,
tá?
a 2-month-old
Eu
baby. It's my first daughter. And I was impacted because of this transformation, becoming a mother. I really admire all women that have 1, 2, or even 3 children and they continue to work, and they have a lot of activities. They do a lot of activities. They are multitasking, and being a woman and being a mother is amazing. And it really has transformed me. I feel like a different woman. I love women more now because I admire them. I feel that we are a really important part of society and business. And we are there, we are doing a lot of things, we are multitasking. So it's really impacting everything that has happened in my life with my baby and with my business.
More or less, she was saying that once she had her baby, she's a new appreciation, especially for mothers that have 2 or 3 babies. And it's been super impactful, her whole entire experience with Jeunesse. She said a lot more, but I'm just summarizing it very, very quickly. But I think the message that we want women to hear around the world is that whether you're busy, still working a part-time job or a full-time job, or whether you're at home with children or doing everything as well, you can still find a way to fit Jeunesse as a part-time income, and then, of course, make it a full-time income. It's wonderful flexibility. And I know that you started out as a mom, too. Don't you have a bit of a story about that, Jessica, as well?
Yeah, well, I'll say now technology makes it a lot easier because you've got Zoom, and really right now we can't be going all these places. But when I got started, it was really hard because I all of a sudden my business was all over the United States, and I was on airplanes. And luckily, I got into a good income quick enough that Eric could stay home with my boys. But like it's crazy, now looking at the women that you get to be at home, guys. Use it. You got to be virtual. You've got social media. You've got all of these tools that 12 years ago I didn't have. It made this time makes it so much easier.
I mean, talk about when you didn't have it. I started in this industry in 1987, and I got into it because I had 3 children under the age of 5. I was living in Spain, and a neighbor came over and knocked on my door and said, "I think I have something for you." And I was teaching, and I thought, great, I can stay home with my kids. So I quit teaching and started selling a lot of product. I mean, I really wish that I'd built a downline because then it's a much more residual income. But if it hadn't been for wanting to stay at home with my kids, I never would have even looked at this industry. And it's been an incredible journey. So let's go to Elaine. And Elaine is actually a really great, what we call an influencer. She works on social media. Both of them, by the way, are new rubies. So congratulations on both of you on your ranks as rubies, which we know is the first of the director ranks and a very important one. So, Elaine, can you tell us a little bit about how the fact that you use social media has helped your business? And I know that you're also a mother with children at home too. So, thank you.
Thank you, Lucy. First, I want to thank you because it's my first event here talking English. So I have only 2 years on this industry. I start like in 2019, so early, 2 years ago. And when I started was in social media. I have 3 kids, 7 years old, 5 and 3 years old. And when I first start, so I'm so glad of social media because that's how I met Fabiana, Fabi, my sponsor. So we know each other from Instagram, and then we were hanging out like over 3 years, and then after that we start business together. So and then I know social media is a very powerful tool that you can use in a good way. And always I tell my team, you have to be like not a, you have to go with your true heart, talk to the people. When you connect to a people on social media or with a person, you cannot do a spam. You have to worry about who is to the other side of the screen. You know what I mean? The same thing as we do on our offline life, we have to do the same thing. What I think is like for women, we have an edge because most of the audience on social media, they love to see our rituals, our motherhood rituals, our skincare rituals. And then if you choose to be yourself, using your cell phone, talking to the people from the bottom of your heart, you can show them that is a way to work from your house, and then you don't have to choose if you want to be a mother or a successful woman. You can do your business from your home. That's how social media works very well right now. But I have to be very careful when I talk about social media because when we compare Jeunesse with social media, you don't need to do anything else besides share 1% of your true life on your cell phone. You don't have to invest money to know how to become a successful influencer. It takes time. Just invest your time and also your money here inside our business. Don't worry about get so many followers. I am Ruby and I do have a Ruby. My first level, Monica from Brazil, believe or not, before she became Sapphire Elite, she never used Instagram. Her first story on her life was after she achieved her Sapphire Elite. That's why I love to say you don't have to be an expert on social media, but you must use a social media as one of our tools. Share your life, share your rituals, be yourself, don't do spam, don't send that kind of message. Hey, I'm Elaine, I work for network marketing. How is your day today? Do you want to talk about business? Like, send the person a good message. For example, if I'm trying to invite Diana to be part of my team, I would say, "Hi, Diana, congratulations on your new baby. How's your mother's life?" You know what I mean? So talk from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to be a machine. Don't try to send like 100 messages in the same day. Connect to the people with your true heart. Be yourself because people like people. We don't like machines. You don't have to put any machines to work on your social media pages. Be yourself. And then if I can give you a tip, so choose, for example, 1 minute in the morning, 1 minute in the afternoon, and 1 minute during the night. And then share your rituals. Share what you like to do. And then when you're talking about your motherhood life or about your dogs, you can say you can talk about your dogs, and then you start drink your Nara, for example. Don't say anything about the products. Say about something else, and then let the audience see our products, and then ask us on our direct. You know what I mean? That's how I grow on social media. That's how I grow my team here at Jeunesse. So I have only 2 years old, 2 years, I mean, in the business. I hope. So that's my advice on social media. Be yourself.
Well, thank you. That's really good advice. I could see Stephanie taking notes there. You get notes there?
I am getting notes, and
So
I'm
the
also helping people log in.
So the next time we see a picture with the dogs, you're going to have Nara or something like that.
Absolutely. No, it's great. And social media is a great way to do your business, too.
But I remember when you first started at Jeunesse many, many years ago, the same message you've got about don't be afraid and take action is the same one that made Stephanie more successful. When you started, there were hundreds of people that were flying in every week. Where we were doing nonstop, back-to-back presentations, bringing them in. It was very new at the beginning of Jeunesse. So tell everybody a little bit about the difference between your mindset and their mindset, and why you're still here. And it hasn't been an easy journey.
No. I mean, we've been here 10 years now, and so we were. It took us. Congratulations on going Ruby so quickly. It took us a long time. I can't remember how many years it took us, but it took us a while. But and we started over the those years. It took us 4.5 years to get to Diamond, but in those 4.5 years, we started over 5 times.
Yeah.
And we've had people quit on us. We've had people tell us no. I mean, and so it happens to everybody, even at the higher levels. And so when we started, we kind of came to Florida and camped out. And
They did.
we didn't leave. So we just kind of camped out and got to know Randy and Wendy and on a personal level, and got to know you and Debbie and Jerry and all the staff, and we were at the office most every day, just meeting people. We had people drive in. We played Who Do We Know in within 100 miles, and we just flew everybody in and we got everybody to drive in, and we were just doing meetings every day. And then we fly people in, once a week or something. And so we just ended up staying down here. And, it's in evolving today. Then we went to, I'd never been really out of the country. I mean, I didn't know anybody internationally. I didn't know anybody, certainly in Colombia or Brazil. Y'all have beautiful teeth, by the way, so the products are working. But we didn't know anybody, and so and I'd never been. I think I'd been to Mexico once, and I don't really remember that trip. So we ended up our first trip. We went to Thailand, and it was one of the first expos. And I remember flying.
I remember seeing you in the airport with your mom.
I took my mom over there, and it was the longest I'd ever been on an airplane. It was like it felt like 3 days, and we we were in economy. Or Premium Plus or something, so that was miserable. But I'd never been and I got over there and I saw there was probably it was a small event. There was probably like 2,500 people there, but I got to see the bigger picture, and that's why these events are so important, to see the bigger picture. And I got to see people that were successful that didn't speak English, that didn't know any, and didn't have the opportunity that I had being in Orlando. And here I'm meeting people over in Thailand and in Asia that were diamonds, that were successful, that didn't have the advantage I had. And I thought, well, what are they doing that I'm not doing? And they were working harder than me. And so that's when I made the decision at a big event like this. I made the decision to kind of regroup myself and check myself and say, you know what? It's time to take action. It's time to take massive action. If these guys can do it, I can do it. They're no different than me. And we all have the same opportunity, just different timelines. And that's when I just said, I'm going to come home and I'm going to work 16 hours a day, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. And I just, you're sifting and sorting through people. And as people come in and out of your life, you meet people that just take it to another level. Right. And you're always looking for people that are better than you, that know more than you, that a social media expert, or, that's why we got Jessica, is I don't know social media. I don't do Instagram. I don't do any of that stuff. And so I barely can do Facebook. And I'm not real good at that. But I do have 2 fur babies that I like to display a lot. But But yeah, we just went to work and we just worked harder and just found some really good people along the way that helped make us successful. It's certainly a team effort. It's not anything you can do by yourself, for sure.
For sure. So what you're hearing is from the social media to make sure that you're just yourself, but you set a schedule and you discipline. The same thing when you are in person. And I'm sure that sometime during 2021, we will be able to get together again and have our amazing events. But meanwhile, I think it's been a real learning curve for everybody to really focus in on social media. And Jessica, you were already really good at social media as well. How did 2020 change what you were doing, and what did you learn from 2020, and what are you going to do for 2021?
Well, I think I'm a little bit of the anomaly because social media kind of got crazy and there was a lot of negativity and, the Facebook was nuts. And I kind of took a step back and really started actually picking the phone up and calling people again and doing more of my business through Zoom and really connecting with people. And because social media did go a little bit bonkers for me. So you guys, whether you are connecting with them through your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever, it's just a matter of connecting. And I chose this year to really actually physically talk to people to keep me sane and keep it really positive. So no matter what you choose, you guys, you've just got to be in action.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Diana to comment on that down in Colombia, because normally, Brazil and Colombia, they're very much people. Everything is done in a group. Like, you might in the US see somebody going to an event by themselves, but never down in Latin America. There's always like 5 or 6. So how has 2020 affected your business, and did you learn to connect more online, or were you already doing that?
¿Me puedes decir en español?
Que la pregunta es que durante el año pasado.
Okay, the question is, during last year, could you connect more with people by using internet, or is just the same? I don't know if you have had a change, or you're going to continue with the same this year, or what did you learn last year? Yes, we were preparing before the pandemic to work a lot online. And when we started to have this quarantine and this confinement all over the world, we started to conduct a lot of online meetings. We benefit from this to connect with a lot of people all around the world through social media and calls. And this has been really important. We have had this global vision, and we had this global vision before. So this has been really important for the change. The change has been amazing. We are now at home. We don't get together when we can't hug, we can't greet others, but we are still really connected. We connect with each other every day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. And even if I was pregnant during last year, I was still connected. I was still in social media. And now that I have my baby, we continue with this change. This pandemic has helped us to see that globalization